for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me, and I can't get enough of you, baby. Can you get enough of me tonight? I wanna see it in your eyes.
Go, what's up? Welcome to the show, Karine. What's up? Woo! Hey, guys, welcome to Coast Connection. Embrace the power as usual. Me and my boy Mike G, and we got
what's
Karine.
up?
Hi guys.
Hey, and we got Karine Hannah. Before we get started, hey, I just want to give a shout out to Durant High School and Newsom High School. You guys rock. Keep doing what you're doing, educating our kids. And as always, stay in school. All right. All right. So, Karine, what's going on, girl? And where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm in Studio K, which is my own private studio in my apartment in New York City.
Oh, I love it. Hey, so what's the weather in New York? I mean, how's it going? Is it snowing? Is it cold? What we got?
No, it's nice. It's about 55 degrees. Raining. It's raining right now.
Hold on. Hey, Mike, I think we're going to handle Tampa, bro, because that's
Too cold for me.
No, that's pretty good for New York. Pretty good.
All right, so we were talking about your music before the show, and I want to know, you got the gospel, you have the it's not Barbara Streisand. Let's just throw that out. It's not. It's really
Thank you.
Celine Dion, Celine Dion. But you also have a lot of R&B rhythm to your voice and what you do. And now you originally are from Quebec, correct?
Yeah, Montreal.
No, so well, Celine should have some effect on you. I'm just joking. So kind of give us a background on what your flavor of music is. How old were you when you kind of started getting into music, and and how has it evolved, now?
Okay, well, definitely I'm extremely influenced by soul singers, and like Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, Jennifer Holliday. Those women were big inspirations for me growing up. Little Whitney Houston, and actually, like you mentioned, Celine Dion. One of my first things that I ever did professionally was as a teenager, I got to sing at her wedding. She actually, approached me to perform at her wedding. So yes,
wow.
So there's a little connection there. Yeah.
I can get that out. That's a serious story.
Yeah.
All right. So how did you end up in New York?
I had, management back home, and, they thought it would be a good idea for me to come to New York and do some showcases for record companies. And, so I landed a deal with initially when I came here with EMI Records. And just as I signed the deal, the label folded in New York. I mean, I think there's still EMI in some other.
Oh yeah. I remember those guys.
Exactly. And so that didn't happen. And then I was on the verge of signing with Mariah Carey had a label called Crave for a minute. And so, so I was going to go do sort of an R&B pop thing. But then the label folded. And then after that, my lawyer was playing my music in his office, which is kind of a cool story. If you guys have a moment, I don't know.
I think we got a moment because we got your full attention.
Okay. So he was my music was playing in his office, and he happened to represent, he was Cash Money Records. He was their lawyer as well. And my music was playing in the background, and Baby and Slim, the owners of Cash Money,
right.
asked him, "Oh, who's that on your computer? Who's that girl that's singing?" And he's like, "Oh, that's just my artist Karine Hannah." And he showed him my picture. He had my picture up on his wall, and as a joke, my lawyer said, "Why, you want to sign her?" As a joke, because it's a hip hop, rap label, and I'm a pop girl.
Oh yeah.
And his answer was, "Yeah, definitely." So, and that was it. And I signed the deal like the next day.
Oh, so let me ask you this. You all right, my brother, and what you don't know, just this past week, my brother, he's on Billboard with Maverick City, and they did pretty good. They won a Grammy, and he's been on Billboard.
Oh,
and
wow.
I hear you, yeah, oh yeah, it's a big deal. But the thing was, I've been listening to your music, and so have you done backup vocals, or have you like really been? Because you got an extraordinary voice, and I am
Thank
just
you.
shocked that you're not. I'm not hearing you on some of the channels, maybe on XM radio, but on a regular basis. Because do you write music?
Okay, so yes, I've written music and I write music. This particular project that I've been working on is all covers, obviously, but yes, I have a ton of original music. When I was all the music that I put out with Cash Money Universal was all original music, and we had a couple of like top 10 Billboard singles, but yeah, my career never broke out like the way that I always thought that it would.
Right.
But not everybody, it's like sometimes it just doesn't happen. Yeah,
right.
like
It's marketing, and
timing.
timing is there. Well, funny you said that is because I remember Craig David was releasing his brand new album, and the day he was releasing it was like 9/11. And so people don't realize this dude was big and it just disappeared. But you got great videos, you got a great sound, and so you talked about your influences. So how many years have you been in the business grinding and just making things happen? I love your song "Victory." We'll get to that down the
Thank
road
you.
here, but
Well, let me just address, you were talking about all the background vocals, because I'm very proud, like all the background stuff that you hear, I've done everything. I basically vocal produce, every little thing that you hear. It's all me. Every vocal, every harmony, every background, it's all me. So I just wanted to point that out. But
So pretty much you did your overlays by yourself.
everything.
You had no background.
I do it all.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, because you know where you're gonna punch into.
And I like, now that I have my own gear and my own studio, I've even become like better and better at it as I go along.
Do you have a group, or is it just you by yourself?
It's all me by myself. Everything. Yeah.
You just put in the DAT tape and you go to town when you perform.
I just go to town.
Remember DAT tapes? I don't know. I threw it back.
No, I don't know. I don't. Yeah. Logic Pro. That's what I'm using.
Logic Pro. There you go.
Yeah. Logic Pro has made me a pro. Okay, what did you ask? I'm lost.
So concert-wise, what are the biggest venues that you've performed at so far, and who have you opened up for?
Okay, well, I've done a lot of shows. It's going to be hard for me to remember everything. Yeah, but like, I mean, I would say that like my professional recording career started, and tours and live shows really started in 2014. So I've performed, I mean, the biggest venues were actually in my hometown, huge, like big theaters. One of them is called Place des Arts.
Wow.
I've done I've done so many. I've done Radio City, and who did I open for? It was me with a lot of other people.
Okay.
So I don't remember. It was a whole bunch of acts.
You're just hobnobbing. You're just hobnobbing with
yeah.
everybody.
Like I don't want to be, I don't. Yeah. I've done a lot of big shows.
All right. So you have a unique sound. All right. And I know for a fact, growing up in Europe, I would love to know, have you been to Europe and just like dropped it like a top? Because your sound is exactly what Europeans would just thrive off the R&B.
You're so, oh my God. You know what? I mean, I've traveled to Italy just like that, but no, I've never performed in Europe. I have a lot of fans in Europe, a lot of them, and I know that I would have an impact in Germany and in,
Oh yes.
you know, I know it, and in Australia, like I have fans all over the world, but I mean, yes, I think that there's a sound that would really resonate there if I was there, and also just like musically, if my you know, I know what I do really works for the European market. I agree.
Oh yeah, you know, because I was tracking out, and I was just talking about the Village before earlier, you know, and I don't know much about the New York City except I've been there, did the Madison Square Garden thing, but you know, you're touching a bunch of it, and it's the vintage era of being able to touch that small group of people that grows, and you know, Mike was touching it earlier, you know, the Village and everything. So how often are you performing at those different venues in New York? That if anybody's in the area, they can just pop in and see you. Hey, Mike, really quick, throw up her schedule and just kind of talk to us how what your circuit is kind of around New York City.
Lately it's been a room called 54 Below and another room, Green Room 42. Those two venues are going to be the ones coming up soon. But I'm also going to be performing in LA in September. And, you know, because of COVID, it like we're just slowly getting back into it kind of thing, you know? So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you play any instruments?
I mean, I play a little keyboard, but it's just enough to get by, you know, if I need to like work at something out, but I would never have the balls to, you know, perform live. Like, I mean, I would need a lot of time and practice to work it out to like solo myself on stage. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible. Maybe one day I'll do it, but I rather leave it to people who are, you know, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
No.
Okay. You know, I want to leave it to people who are fucking awesome.
Absolutely. All right. So, you know, as you're performing, you said you do a lot of things by yourself. So when you normally perform down the road and you have to perform with a band, what's your normal work ethic time to get a band up to speed to make sure they're hitting the notes for your voice? Because you have a very strong, powerful voice.
Thank you.
And it's either a cappella or be it with a group. Because we've listened to it, and I mean, it's strong. So I mean, and with you not working with a band on a regular basis, what's your normal time that you have to ramp up before a show?
I would say 3 months.
Whoa.
Not because I need it.
Because the other people need it.
Yeah. I want to give them a chance, you know.
I love that. Oh, I love that one. That was great.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love the confident level. I love it. You got to give them a chance to catch up to you. That's. Yep. One more time.
Thank you.
Go ahead. What you were saying, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was it.
Yeah. All right. So going forward, how many siblings do you have? Are you? Did everybody? Because now that you live in New York, does everybody still live in Canada, or is everybody kind of migrated down to where you're at?
Like family and stuff?
Yeah, family. Yeah, tell family.
Some of my family moved to Toronto.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm the only one here in New York.
All right.
I came here for my career, so.
And how long have you been there?
Like 10 years. I like officially where I could say that, you know, I'm not a citizen. I'm a resident. I'm a permanent resident.
Permanent resident. Yeah,
permanent resident. Yeah. You want to know why? Because I was eligible to become a citizen, but I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to be called for jury duty.
And in New York, that's a lot of duty.
It's a lot of duty. I'm not interested, you know. So because this is what I'm sorry, you know, my fans are scrolling down. I have to lift because I'm on my phone, so you know I'm interrupted. Yeah, so that is why I decided to get a permanent, you know, residency and have a green card instead of you know, citizenship, because I knew that like I wanted to be able to vote though, you know.
Right, absolutely. So hey, you looking at the video that Mike's got up right now, that's you performing live. So on normal sets, how long do you normally perform? Because you know what I mean, because I know as a vocalist, it's taxing on your voice. So when you're doing a normal set, how many songs do you actually belt out?
Oh, you see, with me, once I'm on stage and once I'm warmed up, like I'll sing for 4 hours and I'm happy. Like I could keep going. The problem is that the venue doesn't like it. You know, the venue kicks me out eventually.
You gotta go. It's time to go. All right,
yeah,
stop.
And they get so pissed off. I'm always thinking, oh my God, you know, I'm really, you know, I'm getting to the point where they're just not going to invite me back anymore. But
so you shut down. So you shut down the place.
But I have to say, I've been lucky, you know, like they've been inviting me back. I've been good, you know.
I'm so glad to go behavioralist.
Yeah, I think, you know, but I mean, you know, once, like I said, once I go, and I'm, you know, I'm good to go. I can do, I mean, usually I can stretch it to like a 2-hour set, but yeah, if I could go for 3, I would do it in a heartbeat.
So that's just a straight out jam that you ready to go 3 hours.
I could do it. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. Because I've been to some shows.
I pack, you know, a lot of my shows, I don't just do like 9 songs or 10 songs. Like I pack in sometimes like over 20 songs I'll do.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they're like, I'll do like a piece of the song and like make it into like a medley or something. So, you know, but I do a lot of, I get in a lot of songs. I get in a lot of music. Yeah.
So what inspires you to do this? Like you wake up, you're in New York. Do you like run through Central Park, Battery Park somewhere? I don't know. Fifth Avenue.
No, I lie in bed and have coffee. No, no running in the park. What inspires me? What? What inspires
at least walking.
Me? Yeah, no. What inspires me is just the love for what I do, and I'm just so thankful and grateful that I've been given opportunities and I've had, you know, great record companies behind me, even though, you know, I haven't achieved the success that I thought that I was or imagined. I'm okay with it. Like there was a time that I thought that if I didn't, you know, become as big as someone like Celine, who I thought that my career was going to follow like hers, that I'd have to like move to a small town and be highly medicated, you know?
Well, you know, but here's the thing is it comes with opportunity, right? And you're listening to you, and I can tell you this. I know for a fact if you had been touring in Europe, you probably, even though if you're selling music on Spotify or whatever with Europe, if you guys ever targeted Europe, Germany, definitely, because Italy and England, you would and Belgium and Holland, those areas, you would be. I mean, you wouldn't be surprised. I am shocked about the number of American artists that go overseas and they find success that they couldn't find in the States. You know,
it's about. I agree with you, and it's like I really should do that, but it's sort of like it's, you know, it was easy to pick up and come here from Canada, but to pick up and go to Europe is like a whole other.
It's a whole other game.
It's a whole other thing. It's not like it's impossible, but that's a huge plan. You know, that's a huge plan of action. So I'd have to sort of like figure out the contacts and get something going before I would even, you know, get there, kind of thing. Where here, even before I landed anything, I was able to set my roots here a little bit.
Right, right. Hey, so have you ever done anything with the USO or work with the military? Done any veterans kind of functions? What?
What? You know what? No. I know, and it's been a dream of mine, an absolute dream. I've never had the opportunity, but I would love it. I would do it in a heartbeat. I'm telling you.
All right, I guess I got a little work on my plate. Let me get a note. So I had to send something out. No, definitely, because I think you would resonate so well with some of the events the military puts on, and just because of your voice and just the way you just, I mean, you kill it.
Well, I know that I would make people very happy, and not just with my singing, because, like, yeah.
Because you bring a stage presence. And hey, Mike, throw up her video real quick. And that's the thing, is that it's not just about performing. It's about, touching your audience. And we started looking at some of your videos, and your victory is just like awesome, because you have visualizations of the military. You have visualizations of everyone just trying to be inclusive and diverse in our society. And definitely this touched my heart when you showed that civil rights, you showed people fighting for LGBT. You showed women trying to get their place, and just, in the environment. I mean, that's a lot to put in to just try to capture that, where our world is. And so let me ask you, what really made you drive to go with that visualization of victory?
I mean, to me, there was no other way to go. And I fought a lot of the footage that you're seeing. I fought to get all of that in there. And you're exactly right. It was, it's only a 3-minute and 30-second song. So to get all of that, all of those elements in there it was a challenge. But I wanted everything that you said. I wanted to make sure that we got that in there. It was my vision, and that was the reason why I wanted to sing this song. Well, actually, I mean, my record company, told me that I had to do this song. They were like, oh, you got to do this. This is, I mean, I had a little success with it. But you're right. It was the promotion and marketing that kind of stalled a little bit. We were on a great path, but it never, it got off the ground. It went to number, I think, 11 on Billboard.
Wow.
Yeah. But, but then it lost ground, So.
Right. I mean, it's definitely a tag song for sports. It's a tag song for anybody looking for motivation to try to get after it. So, what I will do is I'm definitely going to have to probably get some permissions from you. So I'd love to try to take that song and put it to some of the footage that we run off of Embrace of Power and in PowerPoint Express Sports, because you really lay it out. It's just talking about the triumph and the struggles that people go through every day.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you a question. If you had to give advice to anybody from Quebec, or just in general, if you have to give any advice to any artists out there that are trying to get into the music business and some of the ups and downs that you've been through, what advice would you give them?
That, what I've learned is that it's okay that, whatever level you're at in your career, it's all good. I think that we're all, especially the way the music industry is now, we're all in level playing field. You just do your thing. You got to put blinders on and not look at other people around you. And you just got to do your thing.
Spot on.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
All right. So, for looking for a manager, so what advice do you give people about looking for a manager? Because you see so many good artists, and then you see that when you start reading, I mean, and my thing is I'm a Motown guy. So I go back and read like New Edition, how they ended up with like $1 check after performing like all over the world, and all these different artists that, you think everybody thinks artists are just crushing it financially. And so could you kind of give us a little bit of background of like, what is keep it 100? What is really the truth? Because I think a lot of people go into the music industry and in certain industries with and what I call artistry with a misconception.
So, like, as far as management goes, it's always better to have, even if it's not somebody who is well connected, better to have somebody who believes in you, who is honest with you, who is someone that you can communicate with on a daily basis, who really wants to help you, even if they don't have all the connections to get you there. That's always better. because that's what I've learned. Because when I've had all kinds of management situations, and the ones that work the best are the ones that just really have faith in you and want to help you.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna try to. I was told by your manager you won't sing, but before we get to that point where I try to poke the
well, like,
hold on a second. Hold on. All right. So.
You're a Motown guy, right?
Yeah, I am. But hold on a sec. Hold on, beautiful lady. Hold on. So, what do you want people to remember you by when this is all done and said, and you put in another 200 years, long after I'm gone? What do you want people to remember you by?
I want them to remember that. I'm just all heart and soul. And that they recognize my vocal abilities and who I am as a human being, and that when I sing, it comes out in the song, but also when they meet me and when they see me on stage, that I'm giving them love and everything that I do is just like one big hug.
I love that. Hey, so Karine, all right. So, you just said, I'm a Motown guy. So help a Motown guy. Cause I'm on my knees. I'm begging, please.
Okay.
Please,
the only thing that's coming to my mind is, ooh, I bet you're wondering how I knew but your plan to make me blue was some other guy you knew before. Between the two of us guys, I love you more. It took me by surprise, I gotta say. When I found out yesterday, don't you know that I heard it through the grapevine? Not much longer would you be mine. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine. Honey, I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, well.
Oh, damn. You broke that off.
That was ugly. That was.
Whoa. Oh, hey, we appreciate you coming on and you breaking it off. And guys, so before we get out of here and get rolling, hey, Mike, show the dates again. If you guys are in New York and you want to get some love, go see Karine and she'll jamming out. So Mike's gonna, before we get out of here, Karine, so what we're gonna show there are the dates. All right, and that'll work. And then, hey, Karine, as we always say, don't pop off because we're going to talk to you because Mike's going to try to push one of your videos out to take us to the end of the show. And do you got it, Mike? 20 Mike in the house. And as me and Mike always say, Karine, we appreciate you and keep it rolling.
Subscribe.
And subscribe.
Love you guys.
Go.
I tell you won't fail, 'cause you try.